Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy Wednesday to you. Today is Wednesday, May 8th, 2024, and we are here for a special edition new release party with our friend Lori Holt.
Hey, everybody.
Here is Lori. She is joining us live for our fun new release party. And hello to everybody who's here, who has joined us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody's saying, hello, Lori. Good evening. Hi.
Yeah, you're going to have to tell me, Angela, what everybody's saying because,
I know you can't see it.
Okay.
There's too much of a delay. So, yes, everybody's saying hello. Love your new loft, Lori.
Oh, good. Thank you.
So hello to everybody. I'm not going to be able to go through everybody's comments tonight like I normally do because there are a lot. And so I don't want to, bog down seeing all the goodness with saying hello to every single one of you. So a big hello to everyone. Thank you for joining in. We appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to jump in to doing a little bit of a catch up of where we're at with all of the things Lori. So as you guys know, I sent out a new newsletter today, which is your companion guide for tonight, so that you can follow along with all the things that we're going to talk about. As you know, we just finished up Mercantile. Mercantile Mondays has closed. We finished our last block together a couple weeks ago. People are finishing their quilt kits, their quilt tops. They look awesome. So thank you so much for sharing those. And as you know, right now we are shipping autumn. Some of you may have received invoices today for your kits. Those are shipping out right now. So let's take a quick peek at autumn to bring you up to speed on what's happening right now. Here's the storyboard for all of the beautiful fabrics for autumn. And there are the wide backs too. Here's the home deck print, which we've had in the shop for a bit now. So that's available in the shop. If you're a Stitching with Lori Club member, you get a sale price on that this month. Pumpkins and Haystacks is the boxed kit. That should be coming sometime later this month. Autumn Skies. So both of those are in the shop available for reservation right now. How to Build a Scarecrow. Invoices went out today. So if you reserved this with us, you should have received your invoice and we'll start shipping those right away tomorrow. That So Long is going to start with Lori through her blog on May 20th. And the Be Prepared post already went out on April 29th. So you should have seen that on her blog. Quilted Scarecrow. Some of the invoices went out today for this. The rest are coming tonight. So Quilted Scarecrow will be shipping very, very soon. Crows in the Corn. This is next. It's on deck for the cutting table. So if you're interested in that one's available for reservation right now. The others are available in the shop to just purchase outright. But Crows in the Corn, until we get it cut and ready to go, that's available for reservation. And then we have all the notions and goodies for autumn. So the scarecrow, the project bag, the binder, the mug, all of the charms, all of that is available in the shop. And then, of course, the reservations are out there for the autumn quilt seeds, which we will be starting. The first quilt seed will ship in June next month. So we'll be getting.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for participating in Mercantile, who participated, and I hope it was great for you. And I hope you're looking forward to autumn as much as I am. I've been playing with it and it's super fun. And it almost feels like autumn here because it's still snowing here in Utah. I don't know what's happening.
Are you serious?
On Sunday we got 4 inches. And today the high was 51.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
that's insane.
I'm sewing with autumn currently, wearing flannels and pajamas and having my fireplace on. And I'm like, I don't even know what's happening.
It feels like autumn.
I feel like it's October.
Yes.
Okay, anyway.
That's crazy. So I cannot wait to jump into autumn. Oh my gosh. We're going to start, now that we're done with Mercantile Mondays, we're going to jump in with Scarecrow Mondays. So once How to Build a Scarecrow So Long starts on May 20th, we're going to follow up. The next Monday is Memorial Day, but the following Monday is June 3rd. That'll be our first Scarecrow Monday. So then we'll make the blocks that Lori has done on her blog already by that time.
That sounds fun.
It'll be so fun. I'm excited. Okay, then next up after autumn is coming Hometown Holiday. This one is arriving in July. So, oh my gosh, there's so much we were just talking about this today on Whip Wednesday, and people are like, when does Hometown Holiday come? I'm so excited for it. We were talking about this sheet music print. Everybody was going crazy for the sheet music print, and it's in wide back as well. We're so excited about it. So here's all of the pretty fabric from Autumn, including the 10 background prints and that chapel print. Oh my gosh, right there. And then there are 7 wide backs coming with this one for Hometown Holiday. Did I say
I know,
Autumn?
I kind of went overboard on that one.
Oh, they're so pretty though.
I was like, no, I have to have a red one. No, green. No, we need to have blue. You know, I mean, I just kept like, I'm doing them all.
All of the colors, all of them. So the sheet music comes in wide back, which I'm pretty excited about. Red, green, plaid. I love it. Here is the home deck print right here. That's the snowball home deck print. Here is the boxed kit called Decorating the Tree. That's available for reservation, as is Christmas Candy Runner Kit. Then here is the sew along kit called Let's Make a Snowman. This one starts in August and is available in the shop for reservation. And then we have the Quilted Snowman and Hometown Sampler. I said these that we've already previewed, I'm going to go through kind of quickly so we can get to Piece of Plenty. We have Christmas Pie quilt kit that's available in the shop, also Hometown Stars. And then the Christmas paper tree quilts. Those are all available in the shop. And then, of course, there are lots of Hometown Holiday notions. Bag, washi tape, the ornament, Lori's first ever ornament, the mug, the snowman. Here are the quilt seeds. We have a reservation out there for that. Of course, the binder, notebook, new mechanical pencils coming, a puzzle, and design boards and charms. So all of those things are online right now. Anything you want to say about Hometown Holiday?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any pre-arties to play with it when it was snowing here. But yeah.
It's going to be so much fun.
I do have something to say. If you follow me on Instagram, on my stories, I just barely posted a sneak peek of my new cross stitch coming, the Quilted Snowman.
Yes, yeah. I knew that was coming. So take a peek at Lori's Instagram to see the Quilted Snowman. That cross stitch will be coming sometime.
Yeah.
How awesome.
Around, I'm not sure exactly, but I'm sure around like when the fabric comes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Around.
Yeah.
I mean,
so summer sometime.
Yeah.
Okay. Then next up after Hometown Holiday is Prairie Home. This is a book that Lori is doing with It's So Emma. So her Prairie Home book will be coming out in November of 2024. And then there is a coordinating bundles and collections. They're reprinting Prim. We talked about a lot of this at our last new release party. Here's a little sneak peek of a bunch of the quilts that are in the Prairie Home book. The Prairie Home book is available for reservation in the shop. And I had so many questions about the stocking quilt that I had posted pictures.
Oh yeah, so I brought 3 or 4 of the quilts at H&H, but I'm still sewing quilts like crazy. I'm literally still sewing the quilts for that book. And I won't probably be done. The last one will be bound probably the day of the photography shoot.
Yes, I can imagine because there are so many. There are like over 30 projects.
I know. I have to just like push it to the limit. Push it to the last possible page that I can possibly fit on there.
There are so many pretty ones. So I have gotten so many questions about the stocking quilt and where is the pattern for that. It's coming out in this book in November. So it's going to be in the Prairie Home book that's coming out in November. Here's a picture of that stocking quilt right here, along with all of these other sneak peeks. They're all going to be in there. There are over 30 projects. And then along
the quilt that I'm working on now is the one on the front of that. Yeah, that's the one I'm sewing right now. I'm sewing the cabin blocks right now. I'm going to sew the cabin last, but I'm sewing all of those blocks now. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that one is
so
pretty too. I believe it. Look at this. So this is the one Lori's working on right now. It's so pretty. That one's in the shop for reservation too. And then there will be some limited edition bee bundles that coordinate with all of her projects that are in the book. So there's a color bee bundle, there's a background bee bundle, and then of course Prim is going to be reprinted. So we'll have all of Prim in the shop along with the fat quarter bundle and the pre-cuts and all of that stuff.
I'm so excited about that.
The reprint of
about
Prim.
the reprint. Yes. I've
That's
had
gonna
so
be so
many
fun.
requests, and finally I'm just like, this is the perfect time to do it.
Yes.
So
It's going to be so fun. And then there will be some wide backs available with this one too. And then there's a new zippy bag coming out. So that reservation's in the shop, zippy bag number 3, which make these cute little bags right here. And then the happy zippers are already available. Those are already in the shop right now. And some other fun notions, some tape measures, new clipboard, some new design boards. All of that stuff is coming with Prairie Home. And then
yes.
that brings us to the new release from Lori coming in December, which is called Peace and Plenty. I'm going to turn it over to Lori. She's got lots to share.
So it's a spring collection that's coming in December. You know, like I always have a collection, a designer collection that comes in December. But I think it's perfect timing to do a spring collection coming in December, because then the sew along will start at the end of January. And by the time we're finished sewing the sew along quilt and get it quilted, it's just in time to hang it up for Easter.
Yes.
So, and if I remember, I think I hope I'm not lying on accident when I say this, but I think Easter comes later next year even. Remember how kind of early it was this year, I thought?
It was early this year.
I think it's like later April even. When I looked it up, I was like, wow. So, yeah, so we have plenty of time.
Yeah, April 20th.
Yeah.
That is late.
Yeah.
That's really late.
And so that's good, because the cover quilt, you know, okay. So you have let's see, the cover quilt, Peace and Plenty.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it says spring, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Easter, because yes, there's baskets, but it doesn't say Easter basket because there's no eggs in there or anything, right. Or there's no bunnies, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, because I figure you can use it for both, right? Yep. I mean, Easter and spring to me means baskets of flowers, baskets of everything, you know. So that was kind of my inspiration for that. And my inspiration for this collection was kind of like granny chic meets flea market. I don't know if that makes sense, because, you know, there's a lot of prints, like a lot of florals and fun things like that Granny Chic had a lot of lighter colors, you know, with, lighter background colors.
Yeah.
And things like that, but yet more kind of bigger applique looking, whimsical kind of things, and bigger florals like flea market did. So to me, those two kind of married each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ended up with Peace and Plenty.
Yes. They go well together.
So,
all right, let me see what people are saying. I have not caught up on
okay.
I'm not going to catch up on everything, but I'll see if there are any questions here. Lori, your bookshelves are packed full of beautiful treasures.
They're packed full. Thank you. That's for sure.
So excited for Prim, my favorite collection. Let's see. I live in the woods and need that log cabin book. Yes, you do, Sue. Okay, we're all caught up. That's good. Lots of chatter, but.
All right, so I wondered if you wanted me to show you the prints of Peace and Plenty.
Yes, please.
Like I have, you know, I always get a printout of each print, so that, you know, because in the storyboard you see all the little squares, which are fun to see them all together, but sometimes you want to see. Okay, so I'm just going to hold them up.
Yep, that's perfect.
And so these are the two in this pattern.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And so I did pewter and pebbles in this collection for the neutrals and for the baskets, you know, for the main quilt. Yeah. So I'm going to show like two at a time. Can you see that?
Yes.
Is that like, does that help to see those close up?
I think it helps. What do you guys think? I think that it helps, because we don't see it that close on the storyboard.
Okay. Yeah, because you just see little squares. But yeah. I can't see what you can see on the screen, so I don't know.
Yes, that looks good.
And these are kind of like little cross stitches in there.
All right.
And I just love these little spring Easter colors. This is what I mean by some of the prints have lighter backgrounds. So, or what I like to call busy backgrounds. You know, they're kind of known in the industry as low volume, but for years, I've always called them busy backgrounds.
Ooh, look at those florals. Sea glass and coral. Oh my goodness. Ooh, those are pretty too.
So typically what I've been doing in my latest collections is doing two of each print. Sometimes I go away from that, but most of the time I'll just do a design and do 2 colorways of each design. And these cute little plaids.
My gosh. Lagoon and berry.
Little spring plaids. Yeah. And then this one, this was fun. This was one that kind of reminded me of flea market. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Raindrop
I mean, there's
and
nothing like it in
T-rose.
flea market. I don't know why, but just kind of the style reminded me of that. And this one too. I don't know. I just like took inspiration from kind of past collections that I've drawn up and designed and, you know, went with that. Okay, so here's an example of, I felt like this was such a good print, basic print to use with so many things. So I did 4 in this design.
Oh, yeah.
So there's 4 colorways in that one.
Berry, lettuce, marigold, and raindrop.
Yeah.
Look how awesome those 4 look together. Just those
And
4
then
are
this
so
is
happy.
I love this one. You still can't see the full repeat of this one, but this is my, you know, sampler print.
Yep, that's one of my favorites from this one.
If y'all follow me, you know I love blue samplers and red samplers. So, I mean, all samplers really, but anyway. So there's that. And then here's another light colored.
Those are pretty too.
And then I've got these 2. I did lots of greens in this collection. You know, I love greens, but this is spring.
Right.
Because that means a lot of
leaves and stems. Yep.
Grass, everything, you know. So there's those 2. Those 2. And here's more roses. I wanted to make sure I got daisies in here, roses in here, tulips in here, all kinds of flowers. And then here's a little stripey.
Oh, yeah.
A cute little feminine lacy. It kind of looks lacy to me. I want
Yes.
something that looks kind of like a lacy stripe. And here's some more tulips.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. And then another little plaid. Sort of. It's kind of like a little basic plaid, you know.
Taffy and marigold. Oh, that's pretty.
I mean, you have to have plums and taffies in a spring collection.
Yeah.
And so then my sampler print I did in backgrounds as well. So just the same colors as the colored ones, just did them in opposite, you know.
Yes.
And then, so in my backgrounds, I just have 1 colorway of each. That one and that one.
Cute little dots.
I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't have my storyboard open what each background print is called, but I do know I named this one Orchard. Because it is, like it looks like the top view of trees.
Oh yeah, it is.
So when I finish designing my fabric, the first thing I have to do is now I have to name them before we can assign a SKU number to them.
Yep.
And I'm just like, okay, what do I name this besides blossom, bud, floral? Do you know what I mean? Because everything's flowers and
right.
Anyway, so that one became orchard.
That's perfect for that. an aerial view of the orchard.
Anyway, so those are the prints. So I hope you are liking those, and I hope now, because next year at this time, this is what we'll be playing with. You know how autumn is coming out just now.
Yep.
This will be coming out next year. So hopefully it won't be snowing here next year, and it will really be spring, and I can really, you know, don't have to pretend it's a different season.
Right. Yes. Oh my gosh. So people are saying greens are my most favorite beside denim. Love the colors, the reds and the raindrops. Love the samplers. Beautiful colors. I'm so glad you are so dedicated to old-fashioned prints.
Yes, I definitely am. That will never change.
These colors are so gorgeous. How many fabrics in Peace and Plenty collection? 48.
There's 42. Well, there's 42 prints plus the backgrounds.
Ah, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me open this. So there's 42. I typically do 42, and then I did 6 backgrounds for this, so that makes it 48. And so
yeah.
in the past, Riley Blake had not been including the backgrounds in the bundles, but are they included this time, Ashley?
Yeah.
So that's why it makes it 48.
Yep.
I don't even know. I'm asking you.
No, the fat quarter bundle has 48, so that would.
I just design them and they decide how they're gonna,
how they're gonna put it all
together. I know that a lot of people have said we want the backgrounds in the bundles.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So.
Yeah, so that's perfect. So yes, the fat quarter bundle has 48 prints, which means you'll get all 42 of the colored prints, plus you'll get the 6 background
or whatever. Yeah, whatever pre-cut you're getting, you'll get backgrounds as well. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Is latte going to be the background from now on? Asking because I love collecting backgrounds.
Yes, it is, because I love how it goes with cloud and latte together if you want to mix them or if you want to stand them alone. Yep. But I just felt like I don't know, sometimes it just was a natural progression for me. And latte is just like I don't know. I mean, it's a cream. It's a creamy color. It's not dark. No. I mean, sometimes on the prints, sometimes it's hard to tell that. I should have grabbed some. I should have grabbed a print that was cloud and an actual print that was latte, and you could see the difference. But it's just a little bit creamier, a little bit deeper, but I wouldn't call it like tan or, do you know what I mean? Anything like that.
No, I wouldn't either.
But my first latte came out with B dots. So if you guys have any of my B dots, that's a latte ground.
Yeah.
And then from then on, everything else. So all of the autumn backgrounds are latte ground. So that's a B dot. So see what I mean? It's like I wouldn't call it tan. It's just a little bit darker than cloud. Yeah. And you can see the scarecrow quilt behind you.
Yep. That
has no eyes. He will not be named.
I said to my husband when he was down here and my little one came down to say goodnight, I go, Lori's gonna say that he doesn't have any eyes or
dang those buttons. Buttons on there.
I do, and I was gonna take it down this last weekend and get those buttons on, and then I didn't.
I just thought, you know what? I don't want to cut up the face, just a piece, some little round buttons.
Yeah.
Like cut up the fabric. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, and I saw the one at H&H, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so darn cute with those buttons on. I just have to get it finished.
Traditionally, when you make a scarecrow, a lot of times you use something else for a button. I mean, for eyes, like buttons or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
So, it's so cute.
So I went with tradition.
It's so cute. Okay. So Lori just went through. Here are all of the colors in one shot and the background colors. And then there are 3 wide backs coming with this collection. Marigold, Latte, and Lagoon.
Yeah, and I had 2 wide backs that I did not put into prints. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes like like one of the prints in the collection, like that floral.
Yep.
That's in the collection, but I enlarged it a little bit.
Yep.
And recolored it a little bit different. But those other 2 wide backs are not a print, but I loved them. So when I was drawing them, I was like, these are wide backs. I drew them for wide backs because I use my wide backs for other things, but just besides the back of quilts.
Right.
Like I can use those as what you may want to call a conversation print or something like that you could make curtains from, that you could make pillowcases from, that you could use as a larger scale print. I mean, wouldn't they be cute aprons?
Yes.
Skirts, whatever, And so, and I just think that'd be really, really cute on the back of quilts, but in borders and other things as well.
So these are the 2 she's talking about. This one is in the collection, but it's enlarged for the wide back and it's colored a little bit differently. And then these 2 are prints that are not in the collection. The Marigold.
Yeah, they're just standalone.
And the Lagoon. Yeah. I thought the Lagoon was my favorite, but Marigold is beautiful.
I love Marigold. I've been working with my Marigold color for quite a while, and Lagoon, but now I just keep getting more and more. It just, I don't know. It just depends on my mood, what kind of comes heavy with that. A lot of you are asking me about purple, and more purples and plums and things like that. And so I'm probably skipping ahead, Angela, because I'm sure you're going to show the runner.
Oh, yeah.
I predominantly made that purple right
there. It is, yes. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. Here is the Pretty Petals Runner kit. This is a boxed kit. It will come in this cute little bee project bumblebee box.
Yeah, so y'all know my little my little bee logo that I do for Riley Blake. So it's like the same as my bee, my bee that you always see in all my logos.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have my little bee cutter, the little,
yeah,
I used that same design and said, I want to put this into a container. So it's a container.
It's
that
so cute.
Can be for storage, for notions, or for when you go to, retreats, or just cute stuff just to hold your things in. But, I always like things like that for my sew-alongs, to hold all my little notions that go with my sew-alongs.
Yes.
Plus, I wanted quilt shops to be able to have that they can do fun little things with, little kits or whatever. So
yes.
This kit's going to go in that bee.
Yes. So it is so cute. And she's as you can see, it's bound in a plum or a taffy. And then it's got the brand new color of the vintage trim. There's going to be a plum vintage trim that is being released as well.
Here's my taffy background as
well.
well.
Oh yeah, the background is taffy as
well.
The
background is taffy, and then the backing is. Does it show the backing on there? I need to turn to my storyboard.
It does. It's the taffy herbs.
I just didn't know if it showed the picture of it.
874.
So I didn't make a background for that because it's a runner and you don't need a wide back measurement.
Yeah.
It's the one, let me go through my fabrics,
874 taffy.
Talk amongst yourselves.
It's so cute. Okay, let me see what.
This one.
Here.
It's this print right here that is the back of that runner. Of course, that does not come in the kit. That's just choice, but that's what I'm, so you can choose. But this looks so cute on the back of that runner.
Cute.
And it doesn't need to be wide back because it's just a runner, and you can just, just use regular width yardage for that. Okay.
It's so cute. Okay, what is Colleen? Colleen, Stitch with Sisterlies. OMG,
Hi, Colleen.
The quilt above it, like tulips, is awesome as well. Yes. So let's talk about that. So the box kit for the runner, we just talked about pretty petals. That comes
and that's for 5-inch stackers. I always do a kit with 5-inch stackers and a kit with 10-inch stackers.
Yep. So this is the 5-inch stacker kit, comes in a keepsake little container, and that's on the website for reservation now. And then up here is the other box kit with the 10-inch stackers. And this one is called Stitched Tulips. And oh my gosh, how cute is this? And look at that box that it comes in.
I think I have something to show you in that too.
I'm going to hold it up closer so you guys can see. It's so cute.
Let me see.
So Stitched Tulips is out there for reservation. Hi, Lori and Angela and everyone. Hello, Pam.
I do have something to show you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here's the picture of Stitched Tulips.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And then here's each stitched tulip.
Oh my God.
Watch. It's not actual size though, but it's pretty close. I mean, it's 11 by 17 paper, so do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, you get an idea of what they really look like.
Oh my gosh, look at those.
Instead of just seeing it on a small picture.
Oh.
And of course, still, paper doesn't do it justice. You have to wait and see when the fabric actually comes. But I was just going to say, don't you just love, I love how the prints go together.
Yes.
And how it just looks very spring,
I love
I'm really,
this
really
kit.
Happy about it. I hate to always want to skip a year ahead, but I'm excited about this. I'm not really trying to skip a year ahead. I just know I'm going to be happy a year from now.
Yes.
So see, here's that floral we were talking about.
Oh yeah. I mean, just think of how awesome it's going to be when you're at the end of winter and you're like, oh my gosh, if we get one more snow. And we're going to be playing with this.
In January. Well, I will be buried in snow pretty much.
Yes, we're going to get to enjoy all these beautiful colors and all of this springtime happiness. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, the main bulk of these sew-alongs and things will be for this line will be in February and March, which is when we're all looking forward to spring. We're like, okay, anytime now.
Yes.
Okay, wait, is this like overkill? I'm almost done.
No, I love it. I love it. Everybody's saying they love it, love it, love it. Oh, I want the tulips. Love. Those tulips are so cute.
And so that box, did I ignore you? Did you talk about the box and I was talking about something else?
I just said how amazing it looks.
This kit comes in.
Yeah.
It's the same it's the same size and the same box that's the Christmas, the Christmas ornaments come in.
Yeah.
So it's a box, it's a square box, but it has a separate lid that lifts off. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's kind of fun.
That is very fun. It's a beautiful
so
box.
There's those.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you interrupt away. How big is the tulip quilt? So it finishes at 77 by 94. It's, oh my gosh, you guys.
Yeah, so it's definitely a bed quilt. And if you wanted to add more rows to the side, I mean, more blocks, just get more fabric and add more blocks, like another 10-inch stacker, you can totally make it square. You can make it queen size. And if when you get the kit, you don't want it that big, then just pick your favorite blocks and sew them. You know, it's a simple layout, so you can make it as big or as little as you want. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so, so pretty. So I'm going to say, will the tulip quilt be difficult to make?
No, it's just if you've watched any of my tutorials on my YouTube channel, it's just how you piece blocks, and they're very step-by-step instructions in the kit.
Yep.
It's how I piece blocks. Any of my patterns that I don't do a tutorial on, you don't ever have to wonder how to sew them, because if you follow my tutorial on my channel, it's just exactly how I sew. I press my seams open, and so the sashings have stitches in them, which is why I called it stitch tulip.
I love it.
But they're strip pieced. Do you know what I mean? It's easy.
Yeah. So it's just basic pieced quilting.
It's just my easy corner triangles.
And the blocks are big, so you don't, I think that's going to be in your favor if you're newer to quilting, but it should be easy peasy. Tulips are my favorite flower. Love the box kits. Tulips and runner. Have to watch replay to see what I missed. Glad you're bringing the boxes back. Tulips are adorable. How big are the blocks of the tulip quilt?
Oh, I don't have my drawings here, so I can't remember exactly, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to guess. I'm telling you wrong.
No, we won't guess. Love the kids. Love it. Okay, so now
as you can see, they're not. Oh, sorry.
Well,
no, go ahead. Yeah, I don't want to make an educated guess, but
okay.
I mean, it'll say all that in the kit.
Yes, you'll get all of that information in the pattern. Okay, so we have the 2 box kits, which we just chatted about, Stitch Tulips and Pretty Petals runner kit. And then that brings us to this sew-along kit, the Flower Basket Sampler Sew-Along Kit. This one finishes at 87 by 87.
I have pictures of it too.
Oh, you guys, how lucky are we?
Look, they're still in my clips.
Oh my
I hope they're in. So these are actual size. So when it comes to applique blocks, I always ask them to copy everything actual size, and then I have on 11 by 17. Then I have to tape them together. So these are taped. So here's the piece blocks actual sizes.
Look at those pinwheels. Oh my gosh.
And so I have 2 new trim-it rulers coming out, 2 new sizes of trim-it rulers that work together to make these piece blocks.
Yep. So guys, there will be 2 new trim-it rulers. One will be a 2 3/4 inch trim-it ruler, and the other one is a 5-inch trim-it ruler. And just like we use the 2 1/4 and the 4-inch for mercantile, it'll be the same idea for this with the 2 3/4 and the 5-inch.
Yeah. So basically what you're saying is you use the 5-inch trim-it ruler to trim this up, meaning unfinished is 5 inches. So finished, this pinwheel block is 4.5 inches. Mm-hmm. And then finished, this is 2 1/4 finished, right? Because the other is 2 3/4 unfinished. Yep. And so they work together.
Yep.
Okay, so with these little blocks, I just did pinwheels to alternate with the baskets, because pinwheels to me say spring, summer, Easter,
Yeah.
And I wanted to do just a really fun, easy block to piece that would go in between those baskets and really complement it. And then I bordered them with those lighter colored things. Okay. All right.
So
really tell me if you don't want to see each block.
Oh my gosh.
We don't have to.
No, we would like to see each block. Am I right, people?
Because I can't see what anybody's saying. So
everybody's
oohing
and awing and saying how much they love it. Love the colors. So pretty. I want your creative brain, please. That's what somebody
I
said.
love how these backgrounds go with the prints too. Like,
Yes.
see the backgrounds with the pinwheels. I just, I love it. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm gonna get to the applique blocks at one point.
Everybody's saying, yes, we want to see everything, please.
Okay. I really get excited when I see like the printouts of the actual size. Like I know. But the reason I get the sew along quilts because it has applique in it, actual size, because I want to make sure that the Sew Simple shapes are correct size, that you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like the right scale. Okay, so there's the first basket.
Okay, so so the bottom of the basket is pieced, correct?
Yes. So the bottom of the basket is pieced, meaning this is pieced, and this is pieced, not this.
Yep.
Not this top, okay?
Yep.
So the bottom of the basket is pieced, and then you piece it to a background rectangle that matches, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So now you have like this piece basket without the border, and then you applique the handle on it.
Yep.
And the raw edge is just kind of the applique. This is 3/8 inch bias tape maker.
Yep.
Just to make it a little bit thicker instead of 1/4 inch. But I didn't want to use too thick of bias tape maker, like 1/2 inch for wider handles, because when you do a curve, it's harder to curve. The wider the bias tape is, it's harder to curve.
Yep.
And so so imagine this is the last thing that you put on, because it is.
Yep.
So these raw edges will just kind of stick down like by 1/2 inch or whatever.
Yep.
And then the same with the stems, with the flowers, you're just going to applique that on. And then as soon as you glue that down, this will be the last thing that you pin or glue down, and this piece covers those raw edges.
Yep.
And so in the shapes, I'll explain like on the next one, so you don't have to keep looking at the same one. So in the shapes, there's different basket trims.
Oh.
There's several different. See how that one was scalloped?
Yes.
This one is this shape. This one is that
Oh,
shape.
yeah.
Anyway, there's several different ones, but see how long they are?
Yeah.
I didn't want a Sew Simple shape to be that long,
Mm-hmm.
like in the package or in your binders. And so they're exactly half the size. And so it'll tell you in the guide what to cut your interfacing and what to cut your fabric. And then when you trace your interfacing, you literally just trace 1/2 and then flip it over and trace the other half, and you've got your full shape.
Yes. How smart is that?
That's how I get away with doing big shapes.
Yes.
And you'll find that out with the Scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like his overalls is applique, but it's not. The Sew Simple shape is just like the top and the bottom, and then you add the fabric in between.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but there's another one.
Oh, look at that.
And these are just simple flowers. This is very simple applique. This is not, each block is just a few flowers.
Yeah, and so not a ton
with
of
the little scallops, little basket tops.
Yeah, not a ton of applique. Like this is going to be, even for newer appliqueurs, this is going to be totally doable.
Yeah, so you could piece all of your basket bottoms, get your backgrounds ready to go, and then when it comes time for that tutorial, all you have to do is do the flowers and
so
put them on there. Am I like in the center of the screen? Can you see these?
Yes,
Okay.
We can see them. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Love the scallops. Love it. When will the Sew Simple Shapes fabric and interfacing kind guide be updated? I think, what?
I will. I didn't realize that it wasn't updated because I don't do that. But I will talk to Chris at Riley Blake. She does that. I'll talk to her and see when that's going to be updated.
Okay, brilliant.
I know somebody asked me that. At H&H, and I was like, oh.
I didn't know that either.
I was at Riley Blake today and I forgot to ask him, so I will make a note.
I did not know. So this line is coming out in December of this year, Lucy, December 2024. Very clever way to piece the basket trims. I know, Susan, right? It's so clever. When Lori told me that at H&H, I was like, wait, what? What's happening? Yeah. But it's so clever.
Well, I didn't want this big of a Sew Simple shape either, this whole basket.
Right. Yes. It totally makes sense.
Like, well, just piece that and prepare it and then get it, piece and plenty. Do you get it?
Yes.
Piecing and plenty of it.
Plenty of it.
And so with these, whenever I'm doing So Simple Shapes, like with flowers and stuff, I try to do different ones, different sizes, different shapes. And so it just like fills out the library for those of you who love to applique flowers and things like I do. And so, but I also thought that having these pieces right here, this is sort of like the granny chic piece. Remember how I did that like little at a time?
Yes.
But I mean, you can edge this with so many different blocks and pillows and stuff like that. You can just make as many of these as you want, as long as you want, to border blocks. So I was excited about having a set of different, different ones like the little borders for that, and then just more leaves and flowers. I mean, who can't get excited over that? I do.
Right. I agree.
Okay, that's all of them.
Okay, so let me catch up on some. Angela, what is the name of this fabric? It is called Peace and Plenty. So here, I'll show you the front of the storyboard. Peace and Plenty, and it's coming in December of 2024.
And I wanted to call it Piecing and Plenty of It. But I shortened it to Peace and Plenty.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So Peace and Plenty, that's the name of it. Where are those? Yes, it's really Lori.
It's not a fake Lori, it's really me.
I would have
my voice. This is my voice.
I would have some.
That Angela, this really cute lady. She was so cute at H&H. She came up to me on the very first day, and we were talking, and she said, "Oh my word, your voice sounds just like it does on your channel."
Really?
And then we both started laughing. She goes, "That was crazy." And I go, "That's because it's my voice."
Yes. I can't have a different one, even if I tried.
I know. That's so funny.
That is so funny. So yes,
this is. If you've watched my tutorials and you can hear me talking right now, that this is the real Lori.
It is really Lori. Nobody has hacked her account. I don't have mad tech skills that I've gotten some AI version of Lori. This is really her.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. You're welcome, Kathy. Will we be talking about the machine? Yes, we sure will. Machine Prairie. Yep, we're going to show the rest of the quilt patterns in just a second. I know what I will be asking for Christmas. Will there be a cross stitch pattern for this? Don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I can't say.
Oh! I gotta show the winking Lori.
Yeah.
She doesn't know. Okay, so we also have. I don't know if I showed the home deck. So this is the home deck cheater print that's coming with Peace and Plenty.
I'm excited about that. I want to, how I like to take my cheater prints, treat them like wallpaper, meaning I line them up, I match them up like the seams.
Yes.
And just make a whole quilt.
Yes.
And you know what I'm going to do with that one? I'm going to go old school, and I'm going to take my chunky thread yarn and I'm going to tie that quilt.
That's a great idea.
Quilts. We tied quilts in my chunky thread, when I was younger and growing up.
Yeah.
And can't you just see all the different colors of yarn? Or I don't know if I'll just choose one color or several and just do little ties in there and tie that quilt and make a little coverlet for my bed.
Oh my gosh, that will be so cute.
Or a big coverlet for my bed. I don't know.
Listen to these ideas, people. Oh my goodness. Love tied quilts. Okay. And then we went through the box kit, went through the sampler, flower basket sampler sew along. Here is the set of So Simple Shapes that will come with that. Here are the two new rulers, the two new Trim-It rulers Lori was talking about. Yes. Here's the invite for the sew along, which will start January 27th. So mark your calendar now. Then here is the next quilt kit that will be available from Peace and Plenty. It's called Cakewalk. This quilt finishes at 50.5 by 54.5.
Yeah, it's a quilt pattern. So, and of course, and you'll be cutting the kits, I assume, because you said quilt kit.
Yep. So we'll be offering this as a quilt kit. The pattern will come in the kit. We are also including in this kit all of the cuts of vintage trim that you will need for the cake decoration. So each of the cuts, we have the list of what's required for all of the vintage trim. That vintage trim will be included in your kit as well. So
so I'm doing three new colors. Did you already show that?
Not yet.
3 new colors.
Not yet, but here, let me show
I
you.
was like, this is the perfect time. This cakewalk pattern that Angela's talking about, right here with all the vintage trim.
Yep.
This is one of my very first patterns that I designed. I designed it with So Cherry, my very first fabric collection.
Oh my gosh.
So it was with So Cherry, and I had, I just had a lot of requests to, do more, with different fabrics and stuff like that. So I decided that this spring collection, this is like a cake to me says like Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
The same with the vintage dishes. This is also another pattern that I designed early on and redid. So to me, this was perfect for spring, like Mother's Day, birthdays, spring celebrations, Easter, whatever, like your Easter brunch here, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. And your dessert for Easter brunch.
Look how happy those are. How happy those quilts are. Happy, happy colors. So here are the vintage trims that Lori is talking about. There are 3 new vintage trim colors coming in both the large and the small. So the 3/8 inch size and the 1/4 inch size. And the new colors are plum, marigold, and raindrop. So all 3 of those, you'll find all of that on the website at happylittlestitchup.com. It's all out there already because I've been putting stuff out there like crazy. So here.
So this is plum, you know what I mean? I'm just showing you the fabrics that match it. This is taffy, the lighter one.
Yep.
And then this is plum, that's darker. And then this is marigold. And this is raindrop.
Yep.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what they'll be.
So pretty. So here are the 2 quilt kits that we will be cutting up in the shop. So again, we have Cakewalk. It's the 10-inch stacker with the pattern, with the trim, and all the fabrics you need for quilt top and binding, finishing at 50.5 by 54.5. Then we have Vintage Dishes. This one finishes at 64.5 by 76.5. And again, you'll get the pattern quilt kit that we cut up, and reservations for both of those are online right now.
This Vintage Dishes, I'm so excited to be doing again because I have done Vintage Dishes is one of my very, very early patterns.
Love it.
I'm talking years ago that I designed this, and I've taught it so many times in quilt shops and with so many different collections, and I just never get tired of it. It's very simple to sew and it's super easy. The border looks hard to sew and it's not. And it's
I know that border looks so fun, but it's not hard. And Lori doesn't lie.
None of these are hard. The cakes. Do you guys know where Cakewalk comes from?
I don't know.
Okay, so when I grew up in Harriman, my hometown.
Yeah.
So we always had town days, and we always had a cakewalk. Everybody in the town made a cake. My mom always made a cake for the cakewalk. Okay, and you didn't sign it or anything. You just made it. You showed up to the festival, and you entered it in, and they put a number on there. And so then anybody can enter the cakewalk. And what you do is you walk around so they drew on the pavement or wherever it was, like in a circle or a square, however pathway they wanted you to walk.
Yeah.
They write numbers on each square that match up with how many cakes you have. So if there was 35 entrants of cakes, then there would be 30 numbers 1 through 35.
Okay. Yep.
And so you walk around, you enter the cakewalk, you give the ticket, and you walk around and they play music. And when the music stops, it starts to eliminate what number you're on is what cake you win.
Yes.
So you get to win. And then it was always like, oh, who made this cake? Because you know what I mean? You don't sign it, but you know how it is when you grow up in a small town. If you grew up in a small town, you know how it is.
Yes. I love that.
You know people's cakes.
Yes.
Like you're like, oh, like who
yes.
made that cake.
Yeah.
And some of them were just like, they were all delicious, but I mean, some of them they would just do like layer cakes, so fancy and all that stuff. So that's why I named that Cakewalk.
I love that. I think we need to have cakewalks again because that sounds like fun.
That would be fun at a quilt retreat. You could call it a cakewalk, but you wouldn't win an actual cake. You could win a layer cake or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
Our type of cake.
Just an idea again.
Okay, let's see what people are saying. We played this at kids' school festivals.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. Yeah.
I loved cakewalks as a kid. We played that at school carnivals. Love it.
Sometimes you could even enter like a dozen cupcakes. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And they were just all came together. Do you know what I mean? As cupcakes. Yeah.
I remember doing that with my mom. So fun, such a fun memory. So you guys know, I'd cheat and make a sheet cake.
Well, and it was always the thing, like all the moms and grandmas and everything would always be like looking for recipes all year long.
Oh yeah.
And testing them out of what they're gonna bake for the cakewalk.
It was a thing. It was a big process.
Yeah.
Okay, so those two beautiful quilts are going to be coming with this collection, Cakewalk and Vintage Dishes. I love the vintage dishes. I have a thing for dishes, so if it says dishes, I'm in. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, then we have the butterfly paper quilt. This one finishes at 60 by 78.
I don't know if this bigger picture helps a lot because you have a pretty big picture there on the.
So new butterfly paper coming.
And it's like, if you guys have not done my paper, this is not foundation paper piecing. This is like printed on freezer paper and it's all with 10-inch stackers, and you iron it on, you cut it up, and then sew it together, and then use a trim it ruler.
Yep.
This one takes a 6.5-inch trim it ruler to trim it down to. You start out with a bunch of 10-inch squares, and then you just sew them together, and it's super easy because it's not supposed to be exact. You don't have to worry about a 1/4-inch seam. If the wings are wonky and on top of each other, that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's how my hard paper that everybody's doing right now. And then I have pumpkin paper with autumn.
Yep. And tree paper with.
And tree paper with hometown holiday.
Yeah.
And so now I did butterfly because it's spring.
Yeah. I actually love this paper. I did when you first came out with crazy paper years ago.
It's the same thing. I called the first one crazy paper because it's a crazy quilt block.
Yeah.
It's a traditional crazy quilt block.
Yep.
But everything else I call whatever it is.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when I did the crazy paper, it was super fun and super easy. You just cut a bunch of them up, and then you could make it as scrappy as you wanted to. Yeah. And I made a Halloween quilt of it, and it was very cute. I liked it. Okay. What else are people saying here? Love the quilt treat cakewalk idea. Love the papers. I just did the paper hearts quilt. Nice. Sounds like my type of quilting. Yeah, it's super. It's very easy.
It's super, super fun. Sometimes the seams line up and you're like, oh, cool. And when they don't, you're like, that's cute. I mean, it's so different because we're used to really struggling. You know what I mean?
Trying to get everything just perfect.
And
yeah.
now we're like, no, that looks great.
Yeah.
We're done.
Let it go. Moving on. Yes. Okay. And then we have Peace and Plenty design boards. So those will be coming. Yes. I caught up with the design boards online. So now if you go to happylittlestitchup.com, you'll see the Peace and Plenty design boards are out there, the hometown holiday, the limited edition ones, all of the design boards that are coming are out there. So you can click notify me if you're.
And autumns are coming. I still don't have they always send them to me early, like a couple of weeks early, so that I have them to do my first filming for my sew along.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm waiting. So when you guys see my first week one, if I'm not using the autumn design boards, I didn't get them yet, but that's okay. Then I'll use them
later on
after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the rest of the tutorials. But
yeah.
I'm dying. I'm like, I want my autumn design boards. I can't live without them.
Yes. Yes. I'm excited to get them too. I've been like, what's the ETA on these? Are these coming soon? So they'll get here soon.
They're coming. I think they just didn't send my samples ahead. I think I'm getting my samples at the same time they all come in.
Yeah. Okay, so design boards will be coming with Peace and Plenty in December. There's another fabulous Peace and Plenty project bag. This is another. So I have my autumn one here because I used it for retreat. Let's see if I can get it without tipping anything over.
Yeah, so this is the same size. This is the size I love. I started out really smaller ones, and I may do some smaller ones again too. But I love these bigger ones so that you can use them for projects. I haven't shown this yet, but I'm using that bag right there to keep my Sew Simple Shapes in for my autumn sew along.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Well, there's a reason I left it on my sewing table.
I wanted them big enough for cross stitch projects, for any quilt kits or whatever you wanted to do. But yeah, I'm going to keep my Sew Simple Shapes in there, and then it'll kind of help me identify them too, because then I'll be like, oh, there's the autumn bag. That's my autumn Sew Simple Shapes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing with the Christmas line, and
Oh, I love that.
But this vinyl I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but I was so excited about this vinyl when we first tried it out. I wanted to see what it was like with the small bags, and I was so happy with it. But it reminds me of the vinyl that my grandma used to be kitchen chairs.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the printed designs, like flowers and
Yes.
stuff on those vinyl chairs.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, I want bags made out of that because
It's very
they're so
soft.
vibrant and colorful and soft. It almost feels like a leather almost.
Yeah, it does.
But it's not, it's vinyl, but you can totally wash them. Like, meaning don't throw them in the washer.
Right.
Well,
Wipe
maybe
them.
you could. I haven't tried, but I'm just saying you can just
Wipe
wipe
them
them off like you would the kitchen chairs.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I like that.
So this is the size of the Peace and Plenty one, which is right here, 9 by 12.
And it has a deeper gusset in it. See, notice how it has like,
Yes.
I did a pretty deep gusset in it so that
it can stand up. Like when I use
yeah,
this,
you can put stuff in it. And
yeah, it just stands right up. You don't even, like I don't have anything in it right now. It
yeah,
stands
when
up.
you put something in it, it'll stand up.
So that's the size, and that's going to be the design on it right there. And then, of course, we have the mug, the Peace and Plenty enamel mug with the tulips on it and some washi tape. And here is the needle minder, this flower basket needle minder, needle and scissors minder. All of these things are in the shop right now. Here are the charms.
So let me say something about the scissors minder. You know, we call it a needle minder because that's the traditional name, the big one.
Yeah.
But it's really my scissor minder. That's what I use for my scissors. But I always put my needles on it as well. I was trying to find a big picture. I think I have like an actual size picture. I don't know if I do or not, but I'll keep looking through my stuff while I'm talking. But, you know, on this one, the basket itself would hold the scissors. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's big enough. And then at the top of it, the flowers, there's another magnet up there so that it will hold the needles. So you can have your needles and scissors at the same time.
So here, I'll show you guys close up.
I hope that made sense.
So she's saying on the basket, you know, that's big enough to hold your scissors. And then up here on the flowers, there's a separate magnet up there. You can put your needle up there. So cute.
Yeah, so all of them, like the scarecrow one, everybody's like, that's so big. And I'm like, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to hold your scissors. And it does.
Cute. Yes, it does.
I mean, you can just put tons of needles on there if you want, but I like to have my scissors and my needles on there at the same time. So, because I'm always dropping my scissors more than I'm dropping my needles. I don't know why.
Yeah. Yes. So these are super cute. So the flower basket scissors and needle minder will be coming with this collection as well. And then, of course, we have the charms. Here are those trim it rulers we talked about. So Simple Shapes. There's a new binder coming. And then some Made with Love woven labels that are coming too. 15 labels and 3 various designs. Perfect finish for handmade projects.
I'm looking through my papers to see what I have to show you.
And then here is the Indian Summer quilt. This one was not designed by Lori. This one was done by Quilt Works, but it's using the Peace and Plenty fabric collection. And this is available in the shop for reservation as well.
Here's a larger look at the charms. These are not actual size. This is huge, but I'm just saying, you know, that would be a scissor.
Yes, that'd be huge.
That's what that cross stitch one looks like, and then the butterfly.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And then that like little cute medallion from that one print
so
that I said reminded me of flea market. I'm like, I need to make a charm out of that. I just thought that was cute.
So pretty.
So yeah. I don't know why, but I thought I had the basket big size, but I don't. I may find it.
All right, let me see if we have other questions. I apologize, you guys, if I'm not catching all of your questions.
Well, I apologize that I keep interrupting you, Angela.
No, don't apologize. I do not mind. I want to hear what you have to say more than I want to hear what I have to say. Could you show the design of the new bag closer up? Yes, I sure can. So the new bag, the vinyl project bag. Let me get to that page. Let me see if I'm mistaken.
I think you have a bigger picture than I do. This is what I have.
There, that's good. It's the design from the runner, right?
It is. I just thought that would be a super cute bag. So
that gives you an idea.
It has a little purple zipper on it too.
Oh, it does?
On this picture, On this picture, see how the little ring is purple? It's really
Yes.
not. It's not going to be
Silver.
purple. It's silver. But the zipper itself will be purple. Yeah, just like
Yeah.
that. See how the zipper
Yeah.
is a color.
So this is what Lori's talking about. The zipper on the autumn one is a tan color, but
Yeah, it's a color.
but the
But
pull is a
The
silver.
zipper pull the ring. And I chose that ring so that you could put all kinds of charms on there. And Cassidy's keychain.
Keychains.
You know what I mean? You can put all kinds of stuff on there. Yeah.
So,
I mean, why not load it down with 400 charms so that you can't even open the zipper?
right? So there's a close-up too of the bag, but it's the same pattern, Susan, as the table runner. So that'll give you an idea of that. Can you drink coffee out of the mugs? Yes,
Oh, sure,
you
why
can
not?
drink out of it. Absolutely. The only stipulation I think is hand wash only. You shouldn't put it in a dishwasher, but you can drink out of them. Yeah.
It's like, we just say don't put it in the dishwasher because what if the design over time comes off? But
Yes.
the actual mug itself, you know, nothing's gonna, oh, here's a bigger of the bag. That's a better one.
Can you guys see that? There you go.
There's a better picture of the bag.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And
So
this
cute.
is a bigger picture of the butterfly paper. This is what it looks like. It comes in 10-inch square freezer papers that's already printed on.
Hold it up just a tish. Perfect. Yep. Yep.
So imagine that 10-inch square size. I'm finding pictures. Here's my,
Oh, there are the So Simple
that's
shapes.
the So Simple shapes. Here's a closer up of the washi.
Oh, that's good to see.
And then, did you show the binder yet?
Yes. Oh, there's a close up of the binder too, because it was kind of small on the storyboard.
Yeah.
So
I used that
pretty.
floral print
Yes.
that I used for the wide back for the binder. That same floral, but the coloring I used for the binder.
Yep.
And then the sampler cross stitch print on the inside.
Ooh, that'll be pretty.
There's a bigger picture of the bee container. I mean, it's just a
Yay.
virtual, do you know what I mean? It's a virtual mock-up, but you can see, you know, it's like see-through, but kind of it's like plastic, like my house one.
Yep. The bag is so cute. Loving the washi too. Let's see. I saw some questions out here. Let me see. Angela, is everything from this line on the website for pre-order? Yes, it is. So I put all of the Peace and Plenty stuff out there Monday, Tuesday, and then I finished up today. So all of the things that I'm showing here are online for reservation now. I also sent a newsletter today, Susan. I don't know if you got it, but it has all the links for everything we're talking about tonight in the newsletter to make it super easy peasy for you. Not just you, but everybody. Let's see.
Is there any questions that they're asking me about any of these products that I can actually answer instead of the size of a block that I don't know?
Does anybody have any questions? Keep
Sorry,
asking.
like I drew all of this last year and I don't remember the design size off the top of my head.
No, it's been a while. I get
I
that.
wish I did.
Gosh, I can
I've
hardly.
drawn a few hundred quilts in between there, so
I can barely
I have
remember.
a few sleeps.
Yes. I can barely remember what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, what about new chunky? Yep, I'm going to get to the new chunky thread. There are 8 new colors of chunky thread, so more than just what you see for the vintage trim.
Oh, look what I found.
Oh, look,
A picture.
there is the scissors minder.
I found it because it's on the other side of a chunky thread mock-up. This is what I was trying to find, a chunky thread.
Okay, so many things are sold out. Will there be another? So if it says sold out, anything that says coming soon and it says sold out means that you should just go ahead and click the notify me when in stock button, because I will see those numbers on my end and it will tell me how many to order for all of you. So if it's notions, it usually is just click notify me when in stock. If it says reservation at the beginning, then that's something that you can actually reserve and you will have guaranteed for you when the stuff comes and it's ready to ship. Are all the binders big, like the one with the ladies on it?
They're all the same size.
Yep, they're all the same.
size. Yeah.
All the same.
That my
Some,
that my calendar planner fits into and everything.
Yes.
They're all the exact same size.
I did get a question today about 2025 binder calendar, and I hope I
Yes.
answered it correctly, that
Yes.
as far as I know, it's
Yes,
coming
I
again.
won't be doing different and new project pages because they're
Yeah.
already done.
Yep.
And they're not dated.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, eventually I might update the design, but I mean, I love the design. It's year old. So I'll be doing the 2025 in the same format as the 2024.
Yep.
I'll just be putting a few other, kind of designing, like, I don't know what I'm going to, what do I want to say? Some of the elements I'll replace with new elements.
Yeah.
But the prints will be different, but they're still going to be the January, February, all the dividers, all of that kind of stuff, just so that you can continue on.
Yeah.
And
So
still use the same things. So
the layout will be the same. It'll just be decorated differently.
The new, the 2025 layout will be, the weekly layout, the correct layout, all that stuff.
So 2025 calendar will be coming. Yes. Are we, let's see, what else? Somebody asked, so if you do a reservation through our website, you have secured your kit or secured your item. Once the fabric arrives, then we send out an invoice and you receive that invoice via email. And then you can pay that invoice through email. And as soon as that invoice is paid, it comes through as an order to us, and then we ship it out to you. So that's how that works. Are we automatically going to be invoiced for the hometown finishing kit? Yes, that will be this month. We're shipping block 9 for hometown quilt seeds. Next month, we will ship the finishing kit. Invoice and ship for the finishing kit next month. Okay, so I went through.
Are you going to talk a little bit more about chunky thread and the punch needle?
First, I'm going to tell them about the quilt seeds.
Okay, because when we do, I'm going to step away from the computer for a minute and show you something.
Oh, okay.
About the chunky thread.
Okay.
But anyway, okay.
So here are the Peace and Plenty quilt seeds. I saw some of you asking about this. There are 4 quilt seeds for this block of the month. There's a reservation online for it right now. And then here is the finished setting for the 4 quilt seeds. The quilt size finishes at 64 by 76. Each of the blocks, the quilt blocks, finish at 24 by 30.
Thank you for knowing the size. I'm like, oh no, I don't know the size of these.
It's right on here. So that's what that looks like.
Yeah, so you can see, I don't know if that helps because you have a pretty big picture. But I think they're fun individual quilts too, if you wanted to do, just that's what I love about the quilt seeds. You can put them in together in a quilt. You can do 2 or 3 of them. You can put these into a runner. You can, you can do whatever you want. But I wanted to do, again, back on the Peace and Plenty, but I wanted to do piece baskets. I wanted to do flowers with a lot of piecing in them, like really fun
details.
So they're not hard. They're just more of it. It just takes longer. That's what I tell everybody. It's like, oh, is that hard? Because there's a lot of piecing. No, piecing is piecing. Whether you're doing a 4-patch, you're just doing more of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's like the individual, like a little bit bigger. Of that one. Let me get the plum one. And so these are all pieced. There's no applique.
All pieced.
All pieced.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And then I just thought it was so fun for the finishing kit, if you wanted to do the finishing kit, to use all of the different backgrounds in it. Like all of them.
Yes, they are.
And then just do little flying geese to go around them to kind of border them.
So cute.
And then, of course, the packaging is always so fun.
Oh, I love the quilt seed packaging. So cute.
Okay.
So cute. Okay. What are people saying? Hi, Lori and Angela. Lori, what is your favorite quilt and quilt fabric collection you have designed? That's a big question.
People ask me that all the time, and I honestly don't have a favorite.
I'm
going to give the same answer that I give to everybody who would do my garden, would come and walk through my yard and my garden tours, because I'm a gardener. They'd always be like, what's your favorite flower to plant? And I'm like, my favorite flower is the one that's in bloom. Yeah. Because I love them all.
Yes.
So that's how it is with right now, autumn is my favorite collection that I've ever done. Because I'm right in autumn. It's here. I designed it. It's here. I'm playing with it. And it's just like, I just love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so in July, it will be replaced with, so far I haven't had, I just love to revisit. I'm excited for Prim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I get to revisit it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And play with it again. And, you know, there still are some pieces of Prim out there.
Yeah.
To
We
purchase,
have some. Yeah.
But not like the whole,
no.
Do you know what I mean? The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I'm going to go get what I wanted to show you about my chunky thread so
Okay.
you can show something.
That sounds good.
About it.
Yep.
It will only take a second. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So that's all of Peace and Plenty, you guys. It ends with the quilt seeds. That's the last thing that I have to share with you from Peace and Plenty. Are we not so lucky to have Lori here with us? What a treat, you guys. What a treat.
Okay, I'm back. Did you talk about me?
We did a little bit. We did a little bit.
Okay, so, are we going to talk about the notions after this too? Let's talk chunky thread.
Okay.
And punch needle, right?
Yeah.
Do you have that board yet with the new
I do.
punch needle patterns? Isn't that in the notions? I can't remember.
It is. It's in the notions.
We didn't put
board.
it on the Peace and Plenty one because there was a lot happening in that one.
Where is it?
It's in this one.
Oh, here it
It
is.
looks like this on the cover.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
I found it.
So I have new punch needle patterns. These are, I'm just taking over. Is that okay, Angela?
That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
So these are the winter ones, and this is the spring ones, because last I did autumn. In my last store boards, I did autumn ones coming.
Yep.
And the summer ones. So I wanted to do, 4 seasons to get us going. But what I wanted to show you was I think I told you this too, Angela.
Yes, you did.
H&H. So these are primarily done with the new colors that are coming. And these are done with some of my colors that are existing, but I wanted to show you that I purposely colored this with the new colors to show you that you could switch these out. Like if you want these to be brighter, then use the brighter colors, but you don't have to do the exact same colors that I did. I'm just showing you, if you're a person who likes more prim colors, then use more prim colors. I have other prim colors in my collection too. I kind of did these to match Hometown Holiday, if that makes sense, the winter ones.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway, so you can kind of mix and match. And also another thing I wanted to tell you about the new colors coming is because they're not here yet. And I get samples of my yarn, just like I do with my fabric. And then I tweak the colors.
Yeah.
This is just a print. So it's hard to tell the exact colors that they're going to be. It's just showing you the similar. But what I wanted to show you was, look what I got today when I was at Riding Lake.
Oh.
So this is what it looks like when they send me. Do you know what I mean? Because I want to send in actual yarn.
Yeah.
And then I compare it with my other yarn colors, make sure everything's not real close, or make sure that it goes well with them.
Yeah.
And so they give me 2 samples of everything. So these are my 2 samples of brown sugar. They may look close to you, but they're really not. I mean, there is a difference in them. Yeah. But that's what the new colors are.
Look at that, you guys.
You like that? And so here's an example of, this is full sized, one of my new punch needle patterns that are coming, done with the new colors. So see what I'm saying? You can see that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's similar. You can tell,
pretty
but
close.
It's not like it's pretty close, but not exact. But this is actual size.
Oh, that is so cute.
Did you talk about the punch needle yet? Do you want me to show these?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so these are actual size. Like, I know on the screen you can't see actual size, but as compared to me, you can see, like my hands. I can be Vanna White. So there's that. Sorry, these aren't in cardstock, so they're kind of bendy.
Oh,
isn't that pineapple so cute?
It's so cute.
And that, wait, was that all of the ones for the, I don't know, I can't remember. Oh no, there was
Butterfly.
I know I'm missing one. It's the butterfly. This one.
Oh, that is so pretty.
But we're starting the punch needle along in July, so I'll be showing you on my channel how to do the punch needle.
I'm
Okay,
excited.
so here's the mittens. Aren't these fun?
Oh, those are so fun.
You could just do these and finish them to put them on your tree. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't, so these are a circle, but you wouldn't even have to punch the circle if you wanted to. You could just punch just the mittens.
Yep.
I might be getting ahead of myself because, and then the cloth that's around, you would just cut the cloth around it and then fold it under and glue it and then like back it with felt or something, and you would have mittens to hang on your tree if you didn't want them in a circle. Or whatever. That's what I love about punch needle. It's so versatile on how you can finish it.
It's so cute. Really...
Okay, so there's those. I know I'm taking forever.
This is fabulous. Oh, so I love this snowman.
Here's the snowman actual size. I have to peek in the screen to see if I'm in screen.
I already said I was going to take.
Sorry if you see my eyes over.
I already said I was going to take those mittens and make one for each of my kids and do like a little garland out of it.
I know.
How cute would that be?
Hanging on the fireplace.
Yeah,
or
for winter time.
And so then there's the last one of that.
That's so cute.
Cardinal. So yeah, that's what, and we just kind of add the texture to it to make it look like, what it looks like. But that's pretty much what it looks like. The punch needle with the chunky thread looks like little miniature hook rugs to me.
Yes, that's what it reminds me of. We used to do those hooked rugs.
But I thought you might want to see that cute little sample card.
Yes, that is so cute.
Aren't they pretty together? I can't wait to mix them with my other colors. And
yes, they're so pretty.
I love to mix bright with pale and like vintaged up with bright. And I don't know. I just think it's all fun.
It's so fun. So here is what Lori was just showing you. So we previewed the summer and the autumn before, which are right here. Here's the summer punch needle that's coming out in July. And here is the autumn punch needle, which is coming out in July. So we're going to have these patterns in the shop for you. We have the weaver's cloth in the shop for you. Of course, we have all of the chunky thread in the shop for you. And then we also put together kits for you. So if you want a complete summer punch needle kit, you'll get the pattern, you'll get a package of weaver's cloth, and you'll get however many skeins you need to make all of the projects in the summer pattern. So we have a summer kit for you. We have an autumn kit for you. And then here are the new ones. We have a spring kit for you, and we have a winter kit out there for reservation. So all of those punch needle kits are out there for reservation right now.
And I'm sure I'll be doing more punch needle patterns, but to start off with, I wanted to do like one for every season, just to kind of, get going.
The winter and the spring ones are coming in September. So we'll be able to get started with summer and autumn and then be able to jump into winter and spring come this fall. And then talk about the new colors, the new chunky thread colors. So Lori's coming out with 8 new colors available in December of 2024. And the colors that she just showed you on her sample card are blush.
Do you want me to show again?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to change, every time I hold something up, do you have to change the screen?
Yeah, but that's okay. It's just a quick button press.
Okay.
So she has blush on her card, and then old rose, cider, sage, garden green, eggshell blue, stonewash, and brown sugar. So those are the 8 new colors that are coming in December of 2024. Yeah? All right. Anything else about chunky thread?
No, that's all the chunky thread, and the only pictures I have left are my pins. So, did you have a picture of my pins? Or why do I have this with here? Is it on the storyboard of the notions?
Oh, yeah. Your new sewing pins. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. They're there. I'm like, why is it, because everything's always, all my print offs that have to do with anything in the same storyboard together. So,
yes.
Yeah, so I can show you. So I am doing new pins. And so people keep asking me about my double pins.
Yep.
So my double pins, I'm doing them this is a new company. So I'm just going to be transparent here. The company that was doing my pins before COVID happened is no longer, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm starting again with a new company. So, but I wanted the double pins because they're a must for me. Do you know what I mean? And so I'm doing also some my cute little bee that I was
So
talking about.
cute.
The little bee pins, and then just some little jeweled, just doing those again. And these are the colors that they're coming in. And the 5 colors. So, and then I'm doing little flower pins.
Those are so cute.
Oh, and those jewels, same ones. Those are those jewel ones. 2 pictures of those. And then my regular applique pins that I use all the time that I love so much. Same, I'm going to have the same size and everything. So doing those with these 5 colors. And then my regular little tiny, the mini applique pins that have the white.
Yep.
And so I use those for, if you're hand applique or when you just need a little pin.
Yep.
And then my T pins continuing on. And I can't show you yet because it's not on here. So I don't want to reveal it because it wasn't quite ready. But my last pins were in a mason jar. Remember that I designed a little plastic?
Yes.
A little plastic mason jar.
I have that here. Yeah. This.
Yeah. So I am designing a new shape for my pins to come in, and it's going to be super cute.
I'm so excited. I know. I keep all these little containers.
Use those all the time.
Yeah, they're so handy.
I use those all the time. They're everywhere. Yeah.
I love that.
I even use them in my kitchen for like little. They're in my cake decoration.
For like little.
When I'm putting little things and stuff like that, just odds and ends, and like little birthday candles.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't know. I use those all the time.
They're so handy.
So I'm a container person.
Me too. I love them. Okay.
That's all my papers.
Okay, so that's chunky thread, and we went through the punch needle, and the last thing.
Oh yes, I don't have any sample. I don't have a sample of that, but you have pictures, right?
I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you guys. This is something that I found out at
Okay, I'm
H&H.
going to walk away again, so I'll be right back. You'll never know I was gone.
Lori's going to sneak away. This was announced at H&H America when I was there, and I got to see Lori and give her a big hug. And she shared with me that Riley Blake Designs is coming out with machine embroidery patterns. So what you see right here on the cover of this this catalog is the machine embroidery pattern for Hometown by Lori. So it's so exciting, you guys. Let me show you a quick inside. Here is
look what I found.
Oh, hold on. Let me show.
I forgot I brought this home. It's empty, but I mean, it's like that's what the cases look like, where the whatever you call
your USB will be in there.
Where the USB drive will be inside of it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what they look like. And I know that you have, sorry, Angela.
You go.
So I know that, machine embroidery machines, either you can have a small one that does the small hoop, or one that does the large hoop. So for this quilt, you can get 2 sizes in the same pattern, meaning there's 2 sizes, one for a large hoop and one for a small hoop. So this one, the one on the cover, is that the small one? Yes, that's the small one. And then the little bit larger one has a little bit more room, or a little bit more background around the outside.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So there are 2 hoop sizes. You can do a wall quilt, which fits in the 6x10 hoop size, and it finishes at 37.5 by 42. Or you can do the lap size quilt, which the hoop size is 8x12, and it finishes at 55 3/4 by 63.
And then the large size quilt is the one I do with my So Simple Shapes.
Yes.
But, these aren't exact replicas because you can't replicate my So Simple Shapes quilt. That's just one of a kind. But I am so happy about this. We've been working on this for 5 years. When I brought it to Riley Blake saying, I have so many people asking me to do this 5 years ago. But we didn't want to just say, okay, let's just do it. We wanted to research it, do it, find it, and do it maybe even better than we thought we could. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So super excited about it.
That quilt that I saw, you guys, at H&H. So when Lori, they had both sizes there. And when Lori took me over to show it, I was like, Hometown. I love it so much. But then when I saw what she was actually showing me and the detailed stitches, the detailed embroidery that are on each of those blocks, it is stunning to look at. Like, I can't imagine it's going to be like a
Yes.
keepsake that just gets passed on from generation to generation. It's so beautiful.
So those embroidery stitches are Be in My Bonnet exclusive. They're like, they will be on my machine embroidery patterns
Nice.
to make them kind of fancy and look vintage and handmade and that kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm sure other designers will have their other things too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I'm just saying mine, mine look vintage and look,
Yes,
you know, like,
some of them have almost a lacy, it's like embroidered lace around there. So I'm going to
Yeah.
try to show you guys this up close pictures of some of the detail. You can see that middle one, the green stitching. It's almost like a very delicate lacy stitch. And of course, on this one, you can see the embroidery around the roof of the house. And
it's crazy. The machine does it all.
I
Like,
know, that's insane. It's
and
insane.
so the quilt blocks themselves are thread.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not, so the houses, you can see there's fabric.
Yeah.
And you stitch around the fabric.
Yeah.
But the quilt blocks in a row there. The quilt, you know,
Yes.
they're thread. There's no fabric in those quilt blocks. Those
All
are
of them.
yeah, those little ones in a row. That's actual thread and fancy stitches.
So these, the what were the pieced quilt blocks in the,
yeah, are now just embroidered quilt blocks.
Those are all embroidered. That's all thread on each of those rows. I'm totally geeking out with you and paying no attention to what people are saying.
And even when you sew those blocks together, that happens in the hoop in sections.
Yes.
There's very, you know, you have to piece some of it together, but not very much. I mean, we're talking, most of it is just all done in the hoop, like in sections and the sashings.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So this is going to be available in June. So next month from what this says here.
Yeah. And then speaking of that, look at the back inside cover. The back inside cover of this book.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so glad you said something.
And look at the bottom.
I almost forgot.
This is coming in August. This is a little sneak peek of what's coming in August. That's my original first Autumn Love quilt with my Autumn Love collection that I designed, but now it's going to be done in my current Autumn collection, but my Autumn Love quilt. Does that make sense?
Yes. So using current autumn fabrics.
The house in the middle and all the crows and corn and scarecrow around it. It will be machine embroidery. It's not going to be like, nothing's ever going to replace my So Simple Shape one.
Right.
Like, it's not going to replace that. It's not going to be, you know, but it's just going to be different. But I mean, it's my design. It's the same, but different. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because it's a different application. It can't be exactly the same, you know.
Right. So here,
but the design will be the same, and just
show you guys those up close from the Autumn Love collection. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Hang that up on the wall.
Oh yeah, we're just going to keep them coming.
Marcia says, what embroidery thread do you use?
Well, it's whatever you want to use.
Do you know what I mean?
It will be listed in the pattern.
Yeah.
But you realize that I didn't, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did not do this. The machine did.
Yeah.
And Ryder Blake's machine. And I think, I'm not sure, but any embroidery machine will work.
Yeah.
But I believe they told me that they used a Bernina embroidery machine
to
do this one. But any of them, if it's embroidery machines, get to do the exact same stitches or anything. It doesn't matter. Yep.
And if you guys look at the listing at happylittlestitchup.com, I do have this hometown pattern out there for reservation so that when it arrives in June, you can be invoiced for it and receive it right away. But out in the product description, it tells you what formats are included in the USB. So for those of you who need to know that information, it's all listed on the project.
Well, on the back too. So here's the front.
Yep.
And on the back,
Yep.
On the back, it shows the QR code.
Yes.
And it says, scan this QR code for all fabric requirements and supplies needed for this project.
Perfect.
For all, you know.
Yes.
So won't that be cool? So
that'll be so cool.
Because it comes in a USB. You're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so
that'll be so handy.
List of everything.
You'll be able to scan the code and you'll get everything.
If you have a favorite thread or wanted to know if you have those threads, I don't know. I'm sure all of that is listed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. I saw the embroidery quilt at H&H. It's so gorgeous. I know. It's beautiful. Will you be showing the hometown embroidery on your YouTube channel?
Probably not, because that's, I'll just be showing how I piece and what I do. This is a whole different thing.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I
a whole
mean?
new
Just
ball
like-
game.
Just like I have cross stitch patterns, but I don't show how to cross stitch with every pattern that I
Yeah.
have. It's the same kind of thing. Yeah. The reason I show what I do on my YouTube channel is because I'm running the sew along.
Yeah.
And that's how you get the pattern.
Yeah, that's how we get the
Your
information.
machine does it. I don't need to show you how to do
Yep.
it. The machine does it.
It's
So
all
what am I
gonna-
going to show you?
It's all going to be on
Say
that
plug
little.
it into your machine. That's
Right.
what I would show.
Take the USB. Look for the.
Yeah. Plug it in.
So all of that information will be on the USB thing for you. Angela, are you going to do kits for the embroidery? I'm just going to sell the pattern because that's what you'll need. If we decide that kits would be helpful, we can definitely look into that. But I think right now, just the pattern is available. Just the USB.
But they are
the kit.
kits with the fabric. We're only doing it in fabric that's available so that you can do kits.
Oh,
That's the whole
okay.
point of it. That's why the old Autumn Love, it's not all just embroidery. You realize there's fabric in here too.
Yes. Yes.
So we're doing hometown because hometown's still available. I didn't want to release something that we couldn't call for the fabrics. I mean, that's your decision.
Yeah. So
I'm just
yes.
telling you, but you could if you decided to. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great question, Linda. So I need to get that pattern and I need to scan the QR code and then I need to know what's in there so we can put a kit together.
I mean, it's coming in June.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know threads wise, but maybe, if you would want to do that, but fabric for sure. Know if you would want to, I don't know enough about machine embroidery thread.
Yeah.
To see if quilt shops do that or where you get your thread. Right. But at least as far as the fabric goes, you would see the requirements and be able to do that. Do you know
so that's a great question. Thank you for asking that, Linda, because now I can look into that and we can offer that for people for sure. I'm excited if they provide thread colors. New book stand. Somebody's asking about a new book stand. We're still working through Daisy, right?
Yeah, as soon as, like we said last time, as soon as the Daisy is gone, which I honestly don't know. I don't look at those numbers all the time.
Yeah.
But, I have one in the works. I always do, because I work ahead of time.
Yeah.
So there is one coming. I just don't know when it will be released as compared to when the Daisy is gone because we don't want to overlap those.
Right.
That's just it's too difficult to do. And it's too difficult for quilt shop. We don't want to ask quilt shops to stock all the colors all at one time.
You're right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That is a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So once Daisy is depleted, then a new book stand will be coming out. There's one ready. We just have to be patient for a little bit.
It's designed and ready when we push the button.
It's ready to go.
But we always announce that stuff when it's time. I mean, you'll know. Yeah.
Are there any new Orifil embroidery thread collections coming out? So Lori just came out with
I came out with my big collection.
Yeah.
That's like matches all my colors. Do you have that there?
I do.
Let me see if I have it in my cabinet too. We both step away from the screen. Talk amongst yourselves.
Don't mind us.
Just
just leaving you hanging. All right, here's.
Okay. My thread cabinet happens to be right next to me.
Oh, here. Yes, we both have that.
So yeah, that's what it looks like. Twins.
So pretty. I mean, I could just gaze at this all day long.
Yes. So you open it, and I designed it just like I did my first one like this, but these are all different colors, meaning I designed them like a box of chocolates. You know how you have the chocolates where you have the map and it tells you what goes where?
Yes.
So what I did was I put all the colors. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Am I moving?
Yeah.
I put all the colors in the order that they are in the box so that if you use, for two reasons, you know where to put it back, right? You know where it goes. But then if you use that color and it's gone, you know what's missing and what you replace it with.
Yeah. So you can reorder.
There's your box of chocolates, only it's a box of
I love it. Oh my gosh. Except I think that your map is much easier than a box of chocolates map.
Yeah.
I never know what I'm getting when I bite into one of those chocolates. I'm like,
I know.
oh, what is
That's why I
that?
like the ones that had maps. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Was it the Whitmans that had maps, or were they? I don't know what.
Fannie
was only
Mae.
one company.
I know Fannie Mae
I
had.
can't remember. I just was like, yes, this comes with a map.
Yes, you need to have the maps. It's so important. So yes, this is the latest, and this just came out not that long ago. It was.
No, it came out with Mercantile. So
Yeah, so now
it's not that long.
Not that long. So this is the latest Honeybee Essentials. It's in the shop for you if you are interested in an Orifil thread kit. Just noticed the bowl of cherry pin cushions. She must be talking about you. Oh yeah, it's very cute.
Oh wait, what? What are you talking about?
The
Where?
pin cushions, probably the white bowl.
Are you talking about the tomatoes?
Oh, they are tomatoes. Yeah, I don't know. She said cherry, but they're tomatoes.
Yeah, they're my tomato pin cushions.
So cute.
Or behind me, there's a basket full of strawberry pin cushions. You know, the old strawberry, they're all vintage. The little, and so are the tomatoes are vintage. Yeah.
That's so cute. Look at how
But
you have it all set up.
You could buy the strawberries separate. You know how the strawberries come on the tomato, but they used to make very old, just little strawberries for little pin cushions that went in your sewing kit. So I have a bunch of those in a basket here.
So cute. Lori did make a new clipboard, Bex from Texas, and it will be coming out at some point. I can't remember. There is a new clipboard coming though, and it's from.
Yeah, and it matches my calendar. It's right there. Is it on the back cover there? Where is it?
I don't remember where it's.
Oh, I don't have it here because it was in.
Here it is. I got it.
It's in the. Yeah, it's in my book one. Yeah.
It's in the Prairie one.
Oh, and my cute little new cutting mats.
Yes.
I can't wait for those.
I can't wait for those either. So here's the new. Here, I'll hold it up closer for you. That's the new clipboard. It matches her binder calendar, her 2024 binder calendar. Some of the decoration from that. So this is coming in October of this year. So the new clipboard will be coming in October. And then cute little cutting mats, 5x8 cutting mat. That's coming in October as well.
So look at these. So now flip the screen, Angela. So
yes.
I just grabbed some of these strawberries. See, these are vintage.
I'll hold them up a little bit.
Here we go.
There we go.
Okay. So they're velvet.
Oh my gosh.
They're vintage. Cute. It's all velvet. And then here's one that still has the pins in it.
How cute is that?
And here's one that's satin.
Ooh.
And it has the little ring. There it is. Sorry. My picture of me is like a 1-inch big, so I can't tell what's in the screen. Anyway, aren't those cool?
They are so cool.
And this one is satin, but it has a little embroidered on the top.
Oh, that's cute.
Is that fuzzy?
No, I can see it.
Okay.
No, I see it. It's clear.
Anyway, that's what's in my strawberries.
My goodness, where you find all of these things?
I've collected them for years.
So
all of this
cute.
stuff, I just didn't get this stuff overnight.
No, right.
Yeah. And then I'll get some newer ones that somebody may need or something. This is still vintage, but it's not super duper vintage. And this is bigger.
So cute.
And it's all velvet.
With a little bow.
And then they placed pins. I mean, little beads. Sorry. Little beads on there with a little velvet ribbon.
It's so cute. Yeah. A little bow on top.
Okay. So that was just a little sidetrack. Sorry.
Squirrel. You see cute things and we have to see.
My little vintage treasures behind me. Do you guys see what's above me there?
Yes, people were commenting on the featherweights. Look at all of them.
That's some of my featherweights. That's not. I have 2 or 3 more that are not on there because they're in other. One's in my trailer. Do you know? I keep one in my trailer.
Yep.
One's in my other room. One's in, you know what I mean? So, but that's pretty much my featherweight.
Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. All those pretty colors. People were talking about that. Okay. Any final questions, you guys? Otherwise, I think we've shared everything.
Yeah. Sorry. I've kept you forever. Just
no, this has been so much fun. Lori, you are my first ever guest.
Thank you, Angela.
I appreciate you being my first ever guest.
Taking the time just to show just my stuff.
Thank you.
Talk about it and my inspiration for it, and I wish I could see all you guys in person. And thank you for supporting me and my designs, and all my fun colors and happy colors and just all the stuff. Thank you so much.
Always, always. Okay, wall calendar. Oh, I have had a lot of questions about wall calendars. Is there a new wall calendar coming?
No, I switched to, I had to choose between the wall calendar to go to the planner calendar.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Even though I love the wall calendar and I love the looks of it, I just didn't end up using it. I mean, hung it up and it looked great, you know, but I use my planner calendar every day. So that's what I went to. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's disappointing.
Yeah, somebody just asked that today. They were like, is she coming out with a wall calendar? I think one of my cameras died.
Yeah,
so
this calendar replaces the wall calendar.
Okay,
my new calendars that I have. Yeah.
So the binder calendar replaces that. So that should answer that question. Catalog 2 is coming out. I believe it's coming in May. I think that's coming pretty soon.
Oh,
Martha.
The World of Lori Holt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
I
quick.
believe it's May as well. Yeah.
This was an amazing interview. Yay. Will you be doing a tour of your sewing room?
I will. I'll be doing like showing you stuff as I'm pretty settled. I'm settled enough to work and do my things, but I'm not all the way settled. I don't know if I'll ever be all the way settled, so I'm not going to wait to do that video and show you until I'm all the way settled. But honestly, my next film, I'm right in the middle of the Granny Circle Along.
Oh yeah.
I hope you guys are following along. That's fun.
Yes.
So all my video time is doing that, plus for my autumn sew along and stuff like that. But when I get a minute, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't film more than, once a week, and Cassidy can't film me more than once a week.
Right.
I'm busy. I'm gone. I'm not home to even film. Do you know what I mean? I'm working.
Yeah.
So, but it'll be coming.
Yeah.
It'll be coming.
It will be coming. I had a question about which is the sew along quilt for Peace and Plenty. So I'm going to give you a quick peek. Yes, it's this one with the pinwheels and the baskets, the flower baskets.
Yeah, so it's pieced and applique together.
Yep. Piece and applique.
Peace and plenty.
Peace and plenty.
Plenty of it. I have to get that in.
Plenty of piecing. Flower basket sampler sew along. So that is the kit for that. Okay. I think that's it. So thank you so much, Lori. Thank you so much to all of you for joining in tonight, for all of the Lori fun. Oh my gosh, we covered like pretty much mercantile all the way up through Peace and Plenty, including chunky thread and punch needle and all of the goodies that are coming. So I hope you guys will all go to happylittlestitchshop.com and put in your reservations for all the stuff that's coming. And please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. We're happy to help you if we can.
Thank you for chatting with me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Chat at you.
It was fabulous. This was so much fun. We don't, you're busy and I'm busy. We don't get a ton of a chance to chat with each other, all that often.
True.
So,
and I do get excited to be able to share my designs because I have to keep them secret for so long. And then when I get to show them, it's like an explosion of chatting.
Yes. We love it though. There are no complaints here. So we absolutely love it. So thank you. And thank you to all of you.
Okay.
And I will chat with you later. And I'll see all of you guys tomorrow for our live stream, our Thursday live stream.
Okay, bye everybody.
All right. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.